Sherry Mileto, one of our food experts and our brand ambassador for David's Cookies. You already know and love the David's Cookies beautiful hand-painted cookie jars. This one is also a collectible limited edition David's cookie jar, hand-painted, hand-glazed. But this one is also officially Disney licensed for Disney's Alice Through the Looking Glass. Teal available and also white. First cookie jar that we've ever done with a functioning clock.
Absolutely.
And it comes with the sugar cookies, one of the world's most perfect cookies ever.
You think tea, a sugar cookie goes so perfectly with that.
know.
So we had to do that.
Good morning.
Good morning. But yes, we are so excited to be able to offer this to you. And you know, the inspiration obviously for these was Alice Through the Looking Glass. You know, there's gonna be a big element about time when you see the movie that kind of goes throughout the film. And so why not make a cookie jar that could function not only as a cookie jar, but also to help you keep time throughout your day. And you know, wherever it is, you know, we were talking this morning about so many different places to put this.
Our guest, Alexandra Baker, was saying, I'm putting it in the restroom so I can put stuff in it that I need, cosmetics, cotton balls, Q-tips, but also so that when I'm showering, I can look out and keep track of time.
See? We get, you know,
people getting creative with their cookie jars.
I have to have pieces like this, you know, because we've gotten so used to, I was saying this morning, we've gotten so used to using our phones. Like, you know, so we'll go, oh, what time is it? We use our phone. I lose my phone like 20 times a day in my own home. So it's nice. I have certain places where I know without a shadow of a doubt, I can look and know exactly where I'm at. So the choices that you have are the white or the teal. And, you know, what I love about both is they both have a different purpose. So if you want to go with teal, I think the great purpose with teal is to do that pop of color. Right. So if you have a place where you know you want a piece that's going to stand out, if it's in your bookshelf, if it's on your, I said this morning, you could actually put on your television, you could kind of set that in the center. You know how we used to do those mantle clocks that we would put them in the center? Sure. Well, this kind of calls back to that. But, you know, it's got the Roman numerals going around. This is a great mantle clock for that purpose. And again, the pop of color will just, I've been afraid of color for so long, and now look at me. You know, it totally changed woman. But you know, now I look at something like this and I say, that is going to set off a room. That's going to set off a table or a bookshelf. And one of the most popular colors here amongst HSN customers, whether it was Jeffrey Banks' cotton blanket yesterday, I mean, that beautiful teal or that aqua, very beautiful and desirable. Remember, hand-painted, hand-glazed. And then you've got the white option, which is always so pristine. So one of my best friends, she immediately, when she saw these, she goes, I want the white one. And I said, okay. And I asked her why, and she said, because it's so simple and classic. And that's true. It's got that simple, classic form and function. So when you look closely, however, you know, in most cases, if we do a white, it just is white. You don't have any brush strokes or anything. But with this, when you get nice and close up, you can actually see that there is gold brush strokes throughout. And that is something that is a little different than most of the ones that we've done. And it gives it that touch of class, that elegance. Look at the, just look at the top, you know, and it's giving you the dimension in that and just the artwork in that. Now, what you'll keep in your jar, that's up to you. Maybe you'll be like Alexandria and you put your cotton balls in there. Here we've actually done coffee. So in this one, we've actually put our morning coffee beans. So you could keep your beans in there. Maybe this is what you keep in the corner of your kitchen so you don't lose track of time. Maybe you go ahead and, you know, you put some potpourri in there. Maybe you just continually keep cookies in there. But the most important thing is, I love that you're doing that. When you flip it over, the stamp. This is a collectible David's jar in coordination with Disney for Alice Through the Looking Glass. You see Disney's stamp is there, our stamp is there. That means there is only so many of these made. They will not be made again. You know, if you've been following us for over the 14 years we've been here at HSN, we make jars and then we don't bring them back. Right. So once these are over and done with, you can't go to a store and buy these. You can't go, you know, online and buy these. They are only here till they're gone, and that is it. Well, that's why we had to show that stamp, because people collect David's cookie jars, and now that it's officially licensed, people lining up for this. We do know that this has been very popular. You were on with it yesterday. I'm surprised we even have a handful of these to go around, but everybody already loves these, and this is such a different silhouette from the cookie jars that you've already bought and added to your collection. Of course, I've got my mouth full because it doesn't just come empty. It comes with treats. David's Cookies, award-winning confection since 1979, after he was classically trained in France. I mean, these are good cookies. Oh my gosh. And you're getting the cookies and the jar, and you can bring it home for $12. I'm pressing into a sugar cookie. 9 times out of 10, when you get a sugar cookie at most places, it's hard as rock, and when it crumbles when you bite into it. These are crispy on the outside like you like, and then nice and soft on the inside. To me, that's a perfect sugar cookie. These melt in your mouth type sugar cookies, right? Because you're tasting them right now.
You can just go ahead.
So I got it. So you're gonna get 12 cookies. It's just over, it's a pound, it's 18 ounces. They're gonna come in a separate box. Actually, just have a box here so you can see. So they're gonna come packed just like this, that David's box that we all know and love. So feel free to give these away, keep the jar, give them both as a gift,
you
whatever.
can freeze them for 6 months.
Yes, you can.
I've frozen many a David's cookie.
And so then you just have them for whenever people come by, and you just grab a few out and you let them thaw out and you just serve them. So it's good to do that. So however you want to do it, it's entirely up to you, but we are packing them separately. So if you do want to give one gift as one person, one gift to another, if you were to go and get sugar cookies by the dozen at David's, it'd be well over $20 plus the shipping and handling. So we're including that. You know, the jar in and of itself is well worth the price. But when we include the cookies, we're saying we want to give you the most value. We want to give you something that you could not get anywhere else but
That's true. And that's true. And when you see the film, Alice Through the Looking Glass, on Friday, please take your family. It is visually almost too beautiful for the colors just bounce off the screen. It is so gorgeous and lifelike. True artist work on this film.
Yeah.
You're going to see that time plays such a critical part, not only in our lives, but of course in this film. It's such a big deal. This is the first cookie jar, which makes it even more collectible, I have to say, from David's, that has the actual functioning clock in there.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Which
makes it even more of a limited edition, because chances are, are we really ever going to make another clock cookie jar? We don't know. Probably not.
It was because of the movie. It was because of the themes of the movie. So, you know, I think it's been 14 years and we've never done one like this. So I don't know. You know, that's the thing. It was something that we'd have to decide. But you would own the very first one that we ever did. And I think that that's a fabulous point. You know, another thing to think about, all ways around, this is beautiful. I don't know if you've ever seen, sometimes I hate when this happens. Something looks beautiful from the front, but all of a sudden they just didn't finish it or something, because you turned around to the back and it's like it's not as beautiful as it was when they just don't continue the design. I want to show you, I can go all the way around with this, and as I'm turning, this is the back of the jar. So you're not only getting that beautiful clock design at the front, but you're getting this intricate, beautiful design at the back as well. So no matter where you place this, and even on the sides, it even has at the bottom on the sides, decorated all the way around. So, you know, if you want to put this on a side table or in an area where people could walk all the way around and see it, maybe you want to place this as something on a dining room table or a curio cabinet.
Well, it's such a different silhouette, you know, from the cookie jars that we usually have here, where they have a little more whimsy, or whether they're a little funny or a little, you know, a little cheeky, right? This is so different from the cookie jars we've ever presented. It's definitely got a more beautiful, elongated silhouette. So it's almost like that clock tower. The way that this has been done, it almost looks like icing on a cake with those beautiful little swirls and curls in there. It is extraordinary. With this design, you can actually see the brush strokes with the fine little gold application there. So you know this is hand painted, you know this is hand glazed, and that always makes something special. We want to know that things we're buying, you know, yes, of course, we're buying things a lot of times that are mass-produced, but we want to know that somebody's hands actually touched this, finished this, you know, beautiful product. It makes everything just so much more unique and special.
Absolutely. So when you look closely at either one, whichever color you're getting, and you see those gold strokes going through, the gold metallic, someone with a brush physically did those strokes. No two are the same. That I love, because that tells me that it was made with care. I know someone actually did that work. It wasn't just a machine that was just pumping it out. So feel good about that. Feel good about if you're giving this for a gift for someone, you know, that you can, this is gonna make quite the presentation, and they're gonna be very, very pleased when they get it. I wanna talk a moment about the clock. You know, we might look at it and say, well, how do I get to the clock? You know, so it's a fully functioning clock, like you see here in my hand. At the back, you can go ahead and place your battery inside, okay? So there's where the battery goes. And you're gonna notice it has like these little prongs on the side. That's how it goes into the jar. So I'm actually just gonna, for safety reasons, I'll take the top off. When you get your jar, you see how without the clock in it, this is what it looks like. So it's a fully completed jar.
It's finished.
Exactly. And it's even painted behind that. How many times you do something like this and they don't even paint behind it? So we've done that too. So I'm just gonna take it here and you just press it in.
Pop it in.
Pop it in, pop it in, pop it out. There's gonna be instructions about the clock inside, so that'll be in there for you. So if you need any help with it, don't feel nervous about that part at all.
Right.
So that's it. That's all you got to do.
And it's battery operated, you know. So I mean, it's such a, in this digital world, it's so beautiful to have that clock there, and just a little bit of that old world nostalgia or that romance, right? Of a kinder, gentler, you know, maybe not kinder, but you know, a time where, you know, there was more of that romance and the frill and that majesty there. It is beautiful in any room in your home. It is very unique from all the other beautiful, already collectible David's cookie jars. But this one is officially licensed gear. And that's the thing, too.
Yeah.
You don't want to just be buying things that say they're officially licensed, but they're really not. We had this wonderful, extraordinary collaboration with Disney, and we've been able to bring you these limited edition items that once they're gone, they are gone. They are in celebration of this magnificent movie event. It's the biggest movie celebration we've done in the history of HSN, so we're very happy about this. And the product lineup, I know that you've been with us since we launched, really just breathtaking.
Absolutely.
Our artists, our designers, you guys did such a wonderful job.
Thank you. You know, and all the years that we've been here, we've done some amazing jars throughout the years. But let me tell you, when I was sent the pictures, you know, because we have a designer that actually creates these jars. So they go from a mold, they actually get made. So everything is made from an idea, a vision, and then they actually create them. So we're not like just going somewhere and buying these, you know, that's not what's happening. We have to actually have a designer that's making these. So when I saw the designs and they said, here's what we're going to do for the Alice event, my mouth dropped and I said, oh my gosh. And as soon as they became real, and then the next step was to see them real, wow. I mean, I'd like to say these are the nicest jars we have ever done at David's.
I would
feel
have
confident
to agree.
saying that.
And I do love our holiday ones that we always do.
Yeah.
I do, but that's what I'm saying. This is so different and unique from the jars that we always do that you already collect. Some of you wait every season to pick up your brand new David's cookie jar. They make the most wonderful gift. And then this one right there, you see the limited edition David's cookie jar stamp. Chef David is pretty much award-winning, has been around. I grew up watching the lines around his bakeries in New York. And then you've got the official licensing from Disney there. So this makes it so special. This is not an ordinary item in your home that you just bought, you know, at the home furnishings place. This is an item that is collectible, that is hand finished and hand glazed, and that comes with the treats too. So we're not just sending you the jar.
Don't forget.
A little over a pound of sugar cookies.
They're so good. Sugar cookies, it's so funny because so many, I guess you might think, you know, well, if you add all the chocolate or you add the peanut butter, or you add, we have so many different cookies at David's. One of my favorite cookies, though, hands down, most all the time, is a sugar cookie. Right. And that's because it's just simplistic awesome. I mean, it's just, you taste the butter.
I've never met a sugar cookie I didn't like.
You choose the butter, right? You get that sugar finish, the vanilla. It's just so perfect. And again, these are the kind that you're gonna have that crisp exterior. And then when I can go to the middle, I can actually press it. You see how it's just moving in my hands. The reason why I'm showing you that, it's not your everyday sugar cookie that's really hard and just crumbles and it's crunchy. This is not a crunchy cookie. This is a soft, beautiful, moist cookie that is so delicious. I actually, yesterday, I had to stop myself because I came off and we had broken a few. I mean, we can't use them after we break them. So I just started eating, and before I knew it, I ate like 3 cookies.
I know.
I said, oh my gosh, I have to stop. And that's what happens because they're so good.
And it's important to know, too, even though this is an event that took our designers, our collaborations, our teams more than a year to put together for you, we are baking these fresh.
Yes.
So you're not getting these cookies that have been sitting in a warehouse. These are fresh, they're soft, they're buttery, they're melt in your mouth. You can store them for up to 6 months. So if you don't plan on eating these within the first, 2 to 3 days?
Yeah, about 48 hours. If you're not gonna have them, then go ahead and just place them in the freezer.
Yeah. And so what a great gift this makes. And by the way, I do want you to know that you can go ahead and purchase these because, you know, this is a design that looks good in anybody's home, even if they have very modern furniture, even if they have, you know, cottage design or cozy chic or whatever it is that they have going on. This is something that you can buy for people as a gift, and really, it's such a pretty gift. It's such a thoughtful gift, and it's not just, you know, it's not a disposable gift.
Absolutely,
you're going to get so many years of use and so many functions. That's why we always talk about our cookie jars being great teacher gifts, you know, great just because gifts, because people love these and they go on and use them for, you know, their pencils, their fabrics, their ribbons, their, you know, coffee, their
well, and this
soap,
is exactly.
their potpourri.
It's endless. And this is the time of year we're having bridal showers. We're having baby showers. Lots of things are happening. We're going to a lot of parties and gatherings. This is something you can show up with as a gift and feel absolutely just comfortable and confident about giving it to someone and knowing that it'll have a good reception. Your point about the, you know, going with any decor, absolutely. If you know that the person is maybe, you know, needing a pop of color, maybe they're like me, like in my house where everything was brown and beige and like solids, having something like this teal one is like so perfect. You know, any interior designer will tell you, like, say it's in a bookshelf or something like that, that you should have something that has a little architecture to it. And that's, you mentioned how it has like the, like you think of the clock towers, you know, Tamara this morning said it reminded her of like Big Ben.
Of course.
You know, and all that. So the, you know, the idea is you want to have different heights, you want to have architecture happening. So that's the perfect way to do a pop of color. With white, anybody could have white in their home. Anybody, anywhere, and that's why we did this, because this is one that no matter if you're kind of just a little confused, you go, gosh, I want to get this for so and so, I think they'd love it. Will it go with their house? Then get the white. Yeah. Because the white is the one, no matter what, it's got those gold accents that will match just about anything. And again, that simplistic class that it brings. This piece to me, I would totally put it into your bookshelf, your wall unit where your television is, maybe at an entry to your home, maybe if you have like one of those tables at the entry to your home. I could absolutely see this in your kitchen if that's something that you're looking for, a place to maybe put your cookies, maybe put, you know, items in the kitchen, little, you know, we don't like to have like the pencils and the papers and little things. You can place those in here so that you know. I always say, for me, a cookie jar is a hiding place for something. It depends. Different ones hide different things for me. But, you know, maybe this is your snack attack hideaway. You know, so that's where you put your favorite chocolates. Or maybe that's where you put your, you know, your pencils. So you always know, no matter what, there's a pencil in there. So find whatever your hideaway is. Let this be it.
And by the way, after this event is over, it will be HSN price at $60 or what, $59.95. So do understand this is $10 off, which is really nice. It is the first David's cookie jar that actually comes with a functioning clock, but then also the limited edition feel to it. We want things that are special, things that have a story to them, right? If you're buying somebody a gift, you don't want them to see the gift that you bought at that store where everybody goes and everybody shops. You want them to have something that's different and unique. That is official David's cookie jar, so limited edition already, but just know that because it is part of this Disney Alice Through the Looking Glass event, you are getting something that really will never be repeated again. You also get the over a pound of cookies in there, sugar cookies that go with any beverage, really. They even go with mimosas, just saying. It's a very kind of blank canvas cookie, but so buttery and soft. 078752 is your item number on this brand new cookie jar. Got to give you a quick little mention and update on our Waterford glasses if you're really having a tea party like we are.